You know, we think we're so advanced with our smartwatches and all our high-tech gear, but long before any of that existed, ancient Indian scientists had their own amazing gadgets called yantras. These weren't for scrolling social media, that's for sure. Nope, they were for decoding the entire universe. So how'd they do it? Let's dive in and uncover the secrets of this incredible ancient tech.
I mean, just stop and think about it for a second. We take telling time or finding our way completely for granted. But just imagine trying to figure all that out centuries ago, with nothing but the sun, the stars, and your own brain power. It's a huge challenge, right? Well, in ancient India, the answer was the yantra. And these weren't just simple tools. They were these incredibly precise instruments, beautifully designed to figure out humanity's place in the cosmos. We're talking about tracking time, mapping the stars, even aligning entire buildings with the heavens.
But here's the thing, a yantra is so much more than just a physical object. To really get what they're about, you have to understand the philosophy behind them. It's a whole worldview that saw these instruments as a tiny version of the universe itself.
The ancient scholar King Bhoja had this just profound definition. He didn't see a yantra as just some wood or metal. He saw it as a way to control and harmonize the four core elements: earth, fire, water, and air, all within the fifth element, space. It's a completely different way of thinking about technology, isn't it?
And get this, the design principles were incredibly detailed. King Bhoja actually laid out 22 different qualities that a perfect yantra should have. This wasn't just about making it work. It was about achieving this ideal, perfect form. I mean, think about a quality like soundlessness. That suggests they wanted it to work so smoothly it felt almost magical. That's a level of thought that goes way beyond just pure utility.
But for all this incredible engineering, the great astronomer Bhaskaracharya offered this powerful reminder. He talked about the ultimate tool, the D-yantra, which is essentially the human mind. He believed that a truly sharp intellect could figure out the universe through pure reason alone. The physical gadgets, they were just aids, helpers for a mind that was already tuned into the cosmos.
All right, so that's the philosophy. Now let's see how they actually put it into practice, starting with the most basic elements you can find. How do you turn something as simple as water, or even a shadow, into a precision clock? So first up, we have the Kati Yantra. This is basically a clock powered by one of the most reliable forces on the planet, gravity. The concept, a sinking pot, sounds almost too simple, but believe me, it is an absolute masterpiece of elegant, low-tech design. And look at how it works. It's so beautifully simple, it's genius. You take a copper pot, you drill one tiny, precise hole in the bottom, and you float it in a bigger bowl of water. Water slowly, steadily trickles in, and the pot sinks. The moment it touches the bottom, bam! 1 unit of time, a gatika, has gone by. Simple, reliable, and absolutely ingenious. Okay, so from water, let's turn to light, to the sun. This is the Shankhu Yantra, which we would probably call a gnomon. Now, it might just look like a stick in the ground, right? But don't let its simplicity fool you. In the right hands, this one single object could unlock the secrets of cardinal directions, latitude, and, of course, the time of day. And the method is just pure genius. You stick the gnomon in the center of a circle, you mark where its shadow falls in the morning, and you mark it again in the afternoon. Then you just draw a line between those 2 points. That line isn't just kinda east-west, it is a perfect, true east-west axis. That's an accuracy that even a modern magnetic compass can struggle with sometimes. Okay, so you've seen the basics. You've seen how they used water and shadow. Now, what happens when you take those fundamental ideas and you scale them up? I mean, like really scale them up. Well, you get the Jantar, Mantar observatories. So back in the early 18th century, you have this Maharaja, Jai Singh II. He's a huge astronomy nerd, but he's getting frustrated with the tiny handheld instruments of the day. So his solution? It was radical. It was breathtaking. He decided to build the instruments into the architecture itself, on a scale nobody had ever seen before. And at the heart of these incredible places is the undisputed main event, the Samrat Yantra. It literally translates to the supreme instrument. And let me tell you, calling this thing just a sundial is like calling a supernova just a little flash. Its gnomon, the part that casts the shadow, is a jaw-dropping 27 meters tall. To put that in perspective, that's like a 9-story building. This isn't just an instrument.
It's a piece of monumental architecture, the largest stone sundial in the world, built for one thing and one thing only: precision. So, what do you get for all that size? What's the payoff? You get an accuracy of plus or minus 2 seconds. I'm going to say that again, not 2 minutes, 2 seconds, with an instrument made of stone and mortar in the 1700s. That is just mind-blowing.
All right, but it doesn't stop there. Another marvel you'll find at Jantar Mantar is the Yantra. This thing was designed for one specific crucial job: to map the exact position, the altitude, and the azimuth of anything and everything in the sky. But here's where the real genius kicks in. The Yantra isn't just one structure, it's a pair. They're built to be complementary. So where one building has a solid floor, the other one has a gap, an open space. And what this does is it means an astronomer can always find a clear line of sight to any point in the sky. It's such a clever, elegant solution to what is a really complex problem.
Okay, so these instruments are obviously incredible pieces of history. But so what? Why should we care about them today? In our world of GPS and digital everything, what's the real legacy here?
Well, the legacy is actually huge. I mean, the design thinking behind something like the Yantra, using two parts to make a complete whole, that's a masterclass in problem solving for any modern designer or engineer. And of course, these are amazing hands-on tools for teaching kids about science and math. But I think the biggest takeaway, the real lesson here, is a powerful reminder that true innovation, it doesn't always come from having the latest tech. Sometimes it comes from a deeper, more elegant way of thinking.
And that really leaves us with a big question to chew on, doesn't it? In our world, where we're always chasing the next high-tech solution, what problems are we just overcomplicating? What's the modern equivalent of a sinking pot or a simple shadow that we're completely missing? What amazing things could we achieve if we just learned to think a little more like the creators of these incredible yantras?